All right, so I was asked about Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul versus Andre Ward. Okay, so real simple. I don't care about all the back and forth. I don't care about people doing these little split screen lives and just talking shit, and I don't care about none of that. If you're not interested in fighting, if you're not going to take the money that's offered, then you got to just fall back with all that talking. Real simple. AJ and Ward was tweeting each other, and he tweeted to him that, hey, I sent the contract. Now, if Andre Ward, who is 41 years old, hasn't fought in such a long time, and you idiots out there talking about, yo, Ward's the A side. Really? Somehow, Clarissa Shields is not the A side against Layla. Somehow, Mike Tyson, Jake Paul isn't the A side against Mike Tyson. Yet he got 40 million versus Mike's 20. So who the fuck was the A side? Clearly, I ain't talking about who's more popular or who you want to win. We're talking about right now who's more relevant, who's actually, and Jake Paul fighting a bunch of shit fighters is your fault that y'all keep supporting this dumb shit. But bottom line, somehow all these dudes, Andre Ward ain't, for the last time he fought was against Kovalev. Okay, and I don't give a fuck that Andre Ward's undefeated and AJ has more losses and just got knocked out in his last fight. So what? He's more active and more current. So how the fuck Andre Ward gonna talk about he got a low ball offer or his fans it was a low ball? No, motherfucker. If you want to fight, you keep saying. See, this is the thing. We just went through this shit with Layla and Clarissa. Ward, nobody. He's the fucking one. He decided to get in front of a camera and say, people keep asking me this every day, like, who would it take for me to come out of retirement? He says one person and one person only, and it's Anthony Joshua. So here's the insult. One, you're saying you see things in Anthony Joshua that you could exploit because he's just not that good, even though he's a heavyweight and you're a little guy, that I'll go up to heavyweight and I'll fight him and beat him. This is what you're saying. But then, on top of that, and you haven't fought. So you're not even talking about coming back to a tune-up. Okay, fine. You're talking about going in there, going straight to AJ. So like AJ said, don't go asking for no huge amount of money to price yourself out. He's like he said. So if Andre Ward is going to say he want to fight him, but then don't fight him, come on. You sitting up here talking about a sparring match with Andre Darrell or whatever. That all like seriously? Okay. In terms of prediction, I don't give a fuck about a prediction. I'll say this. For Anthony Joshua, I don't know what this does for him other than him just being a part of the way this generation roll now. Because if you look at it, like, shouldn't he be wanting to rematch with Daniel Dubois? I don't give a fuck what happened between Daniel Dubois and Usyk because Usyk beat both of them. You should want to beat the guy that beat you. And Andre Ward never even fought at cruiser or heavyweight at all. Okay? So for him, is Andre Ward just running his mouth, talking shit, clout chasing? Because, I mean, hey, he has a channel that he does too. So all of this, any talk, it's more eyes on him, more attention. Maybe people will start watching my show more, whatever. I don't know. But for Anthony Joshua, what does this fight do for him? I mean, it is what it is, right? But then you look at him, and Anthony Joshua is supposed to be, we hearing talks about him and Jake Paul. You know, Eddie Hearn talked about him and Jake Paul. The way I see this shit, to be honest with you, this shit don't look good for Anthony Joshua. In terms of a payday, I mean, first of all, AJ should knock Jake Paul out. AJ should knock, if he was to fight Andre Ward, he should knock Andre Ward out cold. There's no way Andre Ward should give him trouble. Andre Ward, Jake Paul. Okay. What's a more respectable fight? Andre Ward. Is Andre Ward, like, Andre Ward probably still trains hard and everything, keep himself in shape. But Andre Ward is a little dude. Andre Ward doesn't have big power. Andre Ward is an accumulation puncher. Andre Ward isn't as strong as Usyk. What does this fight do for Anthony Joshua? Okay. A bigger money fight would be between him and Jake Paul. But if you look at what Anthony Joshua stood for, he wanted to be undisputed. He's 2-time unified champion. Wanted to, lock up the division and make heavyweight boxing interesting and stood on business with wanting to fight nothing but the type guys. This is beneath him, man. This is something that's like it diminishes like what he stood for. Like his principles has changed. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, fuck it. It's an easy money grab. This is what I'm saying. And at the same time, for Jake Paul to think he can beat AJ is because he sees something in AJ that he feels is his weaknesses. This is my whole thing. So AJ's being called out by little dudes. So my thing is, if he's going to fight them, okay, whatever. You're going to do what you're going to do. But this is the way the game has changed. So like I said, this means AJ has changed his morals. He's changed his principles, what he stand on. Him versus Jake Paul. But like I said, it's all about money. Well, there's a lot of fighters who would talk that same shit and be like, man, you're going to fight Jake. But they'd fight him too for the money, right? But at the same time, my whole thing is, okay, it's easy money. Fuck it. They're going to go get it. But for somebody like AJ, nah, you got unfinished business with Daniel Dubois, man. That's the way I see it. But hey, it's not my call, it's his call. But him versus Jake Paul is just a money grab fight. And it shouldn't be no equals. It shouldn't be no back and forth. He should knock this motherfucker out. Anthony Joshua versus Andre Ward. If that was to happen, he should knock Andre Ward out. But, I mean, my whole thing about it is this is what boxing has become, man. And the thing is, we don't know if Andre Ward is just running his mouth or if he really want this fight. I don't think he really want this fight. I think he's just clout chasing. And the reason is because you sat there and did a live with Andre Berto and Andre Durrell, and y'all talked all this shit about a sparring match and laughing and joking and shit. Why didn't you and fucking Anthony Joshua go live and talk? Why y'all not, hey, fuck it, let's make this, where's the interest at? Just tweeting each other? That's not what we got, what we going by. I just don't understand what Anthony Joshua's interest is. Like, what is his focus? So when you say, I don't pick my opponents, I fight whoever, my team, they pick my, whoever did what, okay, what Andre Ward's calling you out. Jake Paul is calling you out. You understand what I'm saying? And by far, Jake Paul still wouldn't fight Francis Ngannou because he knows the threat. He knows that he wouldn't fight him now. In fact, that's the history that he's been doing. He fights losers. He don't want to fight somebody that's fresh off a win that's acting. He don't want to fight nobody that's about something. So no. He feels like there's a kink in Anthony Joshua's armor. Or maybe he's just using AJ name for clout. I don't know what's going on with that shit. But honestly, I'm uninterested in any of it, man. People, I think it's a good fight. I think it's a good fight. Yeah, y'all would think it's a good fight. It is what it is. I really don't give a fuck what happens. But the truth of the matter is, this makes AJ looks bad fighting against Jake Paul for any reason other than just making money and knocking this motherfucker out. Because that's exactly what should happen. And the fact that you got these motherfuckers calling your name like you some joke, like, see, this is what people not understanding. They're not saying they want to fight AJ because, AJ's a great fighter. AJ, like Andre Ward saying it's a dangerous fight, all around, like it's dangerous for him and it's dangerous for AJ. Man, this little dude, listen, let me explain this to y'all, man. It's one thing, like you could take a guy who can take all types of weight gainers and hit the weights heavy and start eating a lot and gain weight. Okay, and you can walk around big, but fighting at that weight is different. Andre Ward's a skinny dude, man. Like, he's a little dude. He's not like a big, massive, strong dude. And even whatever he's doing, look, he just sparred with little Terrence Crawford. You understand what I'm saying? So my thing is, you put more energy into talking to Andre Durrell and Andre Berto and all and going back and forth about setting up a sparring match than you did anything with AJ. But you made the video. This wasn't even an interview where somebody asked him and brought that up or whatever. This is just him making a video saying that's the only person that he'll come out of retirement for. Why did he make that video? So if you're going to make that, then follow it up. So for people to be talking about, oh man, AJ scared or AJ ducking, bro, you motherfuckers are a bunch of goofies, man. Y'all really are. And the fact that somebody says your name don't mean you're ducking them because you don't respond or you feel like, man, this bum ass motherfucker or whatever. That don't mean a person is scared because they don't react. But he did react and he sent him a contract. That's what I'm saying. They sent him one. Now Andre Ward is because where's the fight? Yeah. Yo, hit me up. Let's go live, AJ. Simple. Nah, you go live with Andre Berton and Andre Darrell. Like, come on, man. This is goofy shit. And this is one of the reasons why boxing is such a turnoff right now. Because all I hear is a bunch of talking, a bunch of I do this, I do that, blah, blah, blah. But come on, man. And let's be real. Andre Ward hasn't been relevant in boxing, in the ring. Okay, you don't leave boxing and come back. See, everybody think they can do what Floyd did. No, they can't. They can't. How much money is fucking Andre Ward worth? How much money does he think he's supposed? You understand? Like, come on, this shit. This is like bullshit. So, as far as this goes, I won't be talking about this again unless something develops. Otherwise, why are we making like videos about something that's not gonna happen? Just a bunch of talk. You make videos about it because they say something, then they go back and forth tweeting, and then all of a sudden nothing happens. It's crazy how fight matchmaking is based on what's the biggest fights we can make, even if it's a skateboarder versus a fucking sausage maker. Let's just find a way to make it like, you know. It's not even about the skills of the fighters. It's just everything is a spectacle. Everything has to be bigger than life, and this is what's been fucking the sport up for a very long time, and this is what's happening right now. So, Anthony Joshua versus Andre Ward versus Jake Paul. I don't think much of it, but like I said, this is what the sport has become. Everything is just money grabs, money grabs, money grabs. So, hey, it is what it is. Talk to me in the comment section, y'all. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hair to people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.